I'm going to be showing you a how-to video on creating your own pixel art. So here is a pixel art that one of my students made for me last year, and I'm just going to be using it for this video. If you do not know how to make pixel art, what I think is the easiest thing to do is to just go online, look up a pixel art, get the grid, and just make it yourself, like copy it. It might seem like a lot of work, but it actually only takes like 10 or 15 minutes depending on like the complexity of the picture. So it's really not a lot of time to recreate these. But what pixel art is, or at least how I use it, is I use it with an assignment. So I create a list of usually about 10 questions, and I make these questions on a separate sheet of paper. So I'll have the questions listed 1 through 10 on a piece of paper that I'll give them, or that might be provided to them online, and they match whatever question one's answer is. They'll type it in here. And if they type it incorrectly, part of this pixel art image will appear. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make part of an image appear when using the formatting tools to create an image by typing in an answer. So what we're going to do to start is I'm going to hit Format and then go down to Conditional Formatting. And that'll bring up this here on the side. So what I'm going to do first to start with is I'm going to do this section right here, this like blue color. I'm going to have that go with question 1. Oh, ignore this. We'll be able to fix that here in a second. I'll go back and change that so that's not highlighted. But for this section right here, what you're going to do if you have a MacBook is you're going to hit Command before you highlight the cells. And even before we highlight the cells, I guess I need to come over here and show you this. This is how we select a data range. So if you want to add multiple cells to your data range, you're first going to click those 4 boxes. I'm just going to move this out of the way so we can see. And then you're going to hit the Command tool on a MacBook. I believe it's a different one if you have a PC, so you might want to like research that on the internet. But I hit the Command button, and then I start highlighting all the squares that are the same color. You cannot have multiple colors in pixel art, at least as far as I know. Maybe there's a way, but at least for this video, I'm going to show you with single color. So once you have all of that color that you want included with question 1 highlighted, you can click OK, and it'll apply the range here. The next thing we need to do, right now the default color is this green color, and we need to switch it to the blue that is here in this picture. So if you don't know, you could just go up to the fill color and check it out. But I do know which color it is, and it's this one. Oh, it always does that. You need to be on the paint bucket. It always switches over. So make sure this paint bucket is highlighted that same color that's in your image. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go under the format rules. So instead of going is not empty, you're going to scroll down to custom formula is. And this is where it gets a little weird. The coding for this is you hit the equal sign, then the $sign, then the letter B capitalized, then another $sign, and then the number of the cell listed over here on the left-hand side. So question 1 is in row B, which is where the B came from, and then, or column B, and then it's row 2. So then we're going to put a 2 to show it's this box right here is the one that when we type in the answer that we're going to provide, we want these cells right here to light up blue. So then to add your answer, you're going to hit another equal sign and then type in whatever your answer is. So I'm a math teacher, so I'm going to use a number on this one. I'm going to say that question for question 1, the answer would be 9. I'm going to show you how to do it, especially if you're ELA or something and you need to use words. I'll show you that next. Okay, so then all these cells stayed highlighted. And that's really good because then you can just easily go up here to the fill color and hit reset. And yes, it should take away everything. So then if we come over here and we say that the answer to question 1 is 9 and we hit enter, the blue will appear. So we're going to do this one more time and I'm going to show you how to do it with a word. So obviously there's like a lot of color in here, but I'm just going to show you on like some small sections how to do this. And really you'd probably need maybe even more than 10 questions for this one just because there's a lot of different colors. But we're going to go, I always go back to format and then go to conditional formatting. I just think it's easier. And then I hit the section that I want to start on. And then, okay, apply to range. We're going to find a range again. And I'm going to hit down Command and hold it down the entire time before I start highlighting. So I'm going to highlight these, and I'm just going to get a few of these off to the side. And you see it adding to the range there on the right-hand side. And then I'm going to hit OK. And for this one, I actually forget what color I used. So I'm going to come up here, hit the color, and look. Okay, it's the second custom one. So I'm going to go to this. Oop, I did it again. Make sure you're careful with getting that on the paint bucket and not the font one. Okay, so then once we have all this done, we have our range, we have our color, then we're going to go to the formatting. Once again, we're going to go to custom formula is, and this time we're typing equals $, capital B, because we're still in column B, but now $3 because we're in row 3 for our answer. And we're going to say it equals cheese. Let's say the answer is cheese. So you need to make sure that these are in quotation marks. You can't just type in the word cheese. And then hit done. Okay, so we see these here are all still highlighted, so we can just come up and hit reset, and then we can try this out. And it worked. And let's try it and see if a capital letter makes a difference. Okay, it doesn't. I didn't think it did. So it's not case sensitive. You don't have to worry about capitalizing or letting your students know that. It'll still pop up either way. Hopefully this helped you to learn how to do some of the basics of pixel art and that you are able to create an assignment for your students to complete in your own class. Have a great day, everyone.